a bitch, I make bloody moves.
People, good evening, good people, and welcome to Tea Time with Tacombamaria.
Yes.
And I am your host, Tacombamaria, joined as always by my lovely co-host, who you is, baby?
Tyrone, a.k.a. Crazy T, a.k.a. Ill Smith, the Fresh Prince of Welfare. Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What's up, Ty?
Man, what's up, baby? How
What's
you
going
feeling?
on, sir? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good.
Man, it's been a hell of a week, man.
Man, listen, has it not though? It
Yes.
really has. It's been that kind of week. It's been that kind of week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has. I'm just grateful for mercies, and I'm grateful for grace,
In
and
Jesus'
I'm grateful for I'm grateful for good energy. I'm grateful for, I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that things can come out of what looks like it could be crazy. I'm just
Stuff's
grateful.
been looking crazy, but I don't know. I got good stuff, man. I've been hearing Mercury's in retrograde.
No, excuse me. I'm sorry, sir. Mercury is coming out of micro braids.
Oh, is that?
Yes. Yes, Mercury. No,
Is it getting
no,
dreads?
for real.
Is it getting what's going on?
It's getting locks, baby.
It's
No,
getting
for
locks.
real. Mercury, for real. Honestly, Mercury is coming out of retrograde.
Okay.
So the deal, if we can talk about that for just a minute, because that's my stuff, right?
Yes, we can.
Mercury is the planet that moves the fastest. And so, a lot of people don't subscribe to things like that happen. They think it's some kind of, oh my gosh, that's not
I done
real.
mess with a couple women who believe in outer space. Like, that's fine.
I mean, but space exists, galaxy, that it exists. You
Yeah.
can't really refute that, NASA. Shout out Tyrion. But anyway, no, for real. So when Mercury goes into retrograde, because it is the planet that moves the fastest, we feel the intensity of its retrograde or it's slowing down. We actually really, really feel it because it moves so fast. So when you take away that movement, that really affects how things go. Prime example. So when Mercury's in retrograde, it affects mostly electronics and communication. What went down this month?
This was October. With the hackers or whatever. What happened?
It wasn't no Facebook. All those social media platforms just totally went down. That's not. Now
I thought that wasn't hacked. I thought somebody.
It could have been, but also we do know that this planetary influence absolutely makes electronics act crazy. It messes with communication. It messes with all the aspects in between.
I got you.
Sometimes people will notice that their watches don't work right, or my telephone was acting absolutely stupid. So when the planet goes into micro braids, it you feel it quite strong.
Yeah.
And then, during the time it's in there, you don't feel it. It's there. Like you feel it. Things happen. But then when it comes out, when she getting ready to take the braids out,
Yeah.
then which is what's happening right now.
And then it's a fro. It's all
Yeah, it's
over
a
the
fro,
place.
right.
It's
So
just-
you feel the intense effects the same way.
I make fun, but I do believe that with the proper knowledge of astrology, it can work. And then you can see things in
But that's not even astrology for
No?
real. I mean, it's a mixture of both, but that's like astronomy. It is happening. Like it
Okay.
happens.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe in astrology to believe in astronomy. So astronomy, the study of the planets, the planetary bodies, what they do, Mercury does it. It slows down to almost a stop. And if you were to look in a telescope, it looks kind of like it's going backwards, which is why they call it retrograde, but it's
Right.
not actually, it's not literally going backwards. It's just slowed down so much.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, but that astronomy aspect absolutely plays a part in the astrology that people like me subscribe to. So
Well, I want to offer my apology for not understanding all that
offer
stuff.
your apology, sir.
All the ologies.
Sir, you're excused.
All the ologies
All
today.
the ologies, yes. Don't play with my stuff. Now,
Yeah.
Oh, that. Oh,
You act
God.
nicely. I won't.
Okay. Anyway, That's a hard recover. Oh gosh.
No.
How was your weekend, Tyrone?
It was okay.
Just okay?
Well, I've been trying to go really like balls deep with this comedy.
Balls deep.
Yeah.
How's
Just
it been?
going. It's been going good. I've been making little comedy
You
buddies
don't never
and
call
stuff.
nobody when you about to go.
I
to
wanted to get the act
comedy
down good. You are
show. Dude, I'm with you every Tuesday,
you are
sir.
a very stringent judge. Let me get my
mean,
act
well.
together before I go on stage and with
You
her.
calling me a bitch?
Yeah,
Is that
I'm
what you
just saying.
said? Did you just call me a bitch,
You seem like a
Tyrone?
booer. Like you gonna be like boo.
No, I know. Well, no, I wouldn't boo you. I don't boo people.
But I was telling my homeboy yesterday, the funniest thing that happened at the comedy club. I come outside, going to smoke a cigarette, which I know you detest. The guy yells out, "Hey, yo, Tyrone!" Right?
Okay.
I turn around, I'm like, "Where do I know you from?" It's this white dude. He was like, "Man, honestly, I just said the blackest name I could think of when I
No,
saw
he
you
didn't.
come out."
Get
I'm
the
like,
hell out of here!
"Motherfucker,"
No,
right?
he was a comedian too.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So I'm like, "What the hell is your name, dude?" "John." He was like, "It is." I'm like, "You know what? I'm going back inside. I can't."
That's great. You got heckled by a fellow
Look,
comedian.
not even on stage.
And it was great.
Look, and
right.
he used it for his opener when he went up there.
that's
we talked
awesome.
but it was hilarious.
That's good stuff.
Good racism.
That's good
Good
stuff.
racism,
Good
right?
racism. Racism used the right way
The
in
right way.
context.
Yes,
That's
yes.
funny. The blackest name I could think.
I was like, this dude.
But for real though, Tyrone.
Yeah, I mean-
like that's black AF.
My homegirl told me, she's a white
Tyrone.
girl. She told me this is the default black name. Like how we call white girls Becky's.
Yeah.
Tyrone's.
Really?
Yeah, Tyrone's.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, it is though. Like that's black. Like Tyrone. Come on.
I blame Erica.
Tyrone.
It's Erica's fault.
I mean, it is, but
She made us mainstream.
it's a it's a good name. But I call you Ty. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's because there's so I call you Ty.
Ty, yeah, definitely.
I just
And in the hood, they be like, T.Y.
Not T.Y.
And it's T.Y. You got to say it with the
T.Y.
accent. T.Y.
Is that right? T.Y.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not
yeah.
from the hood. T.Y.
T.Y.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they
T.Y.
like.
That's what I'm going. What's up, T.Y.?
This is so funny.
T.Y. and T.O.
Yes.
Yeah. So your weekend was good. You did some comedy. I'm so proud of you. I really am because you're moving into what you're supposed to be doing, what you want to do, what your passion
and
is,
it's
right?
something that's uncomfortable. I love doing it, but
Is it uncomfortable?
it is
for you?
uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Because I didn't even know you really got I mean, you grew up in a cemetery. I'm sorry, no. What you?
you got jokes too. See, Tacoma
Did
got
he
her
grow from a grave?
Yeah, right. I'm Solomon Grundy over here.
On Monday.
No, but with the funeral, I don't know. I guess I just feel like your nerves are like made of steel because mine would have to be to grow up in a funeral
Okay,
home.
so if you're doing funeral home rhetoric, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
Thank you for coming on behalf of the funeral home. We want to thank you. Whatever, that's fine. But when you go up there with your shit, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
True.
It's
True.
different.
I feel okay.
It's like these are
I
my
got you.
thoughts and what I feel. And
Right, and if you boo them, that's an extension of me.
Yes,
and so
yes.
you're not
You're booing my
accepting
identity.
me. Right. Right. You're not accepting me.
yeah, but
I'm proud of you.
I think everybody needs something that gives them pregame jitters, that makes them uncomfortable
You
to
do.
aspire to.
You don't ever, well, I won't say you don't ever want to feel comfortable because I would imagine there are some times when you can still feel comfortable and still be on your game,
Yeah.
you know? But I think for the most part, and if we like look at interviews stars have done that have been stars forever, they still get nervous before they do things.
Yeah.
Like, performers, singers, before they go on, they still get a little jittery. It just, I don't know.
And you need that. You need that certain level of.
I think humble. You think it keeps you kind of
well, I think it keeps you
honest.
humble and alert. You know what I mean?
It does because
Yeah.
you have to make sure that you're on your game.
Yeah, and you don't want to get to the point where you're bored and you're not caring.
You don't
as
want to
much.
get so comfortable to the point where you're just like, whatever, nigga, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like I done shown up. That's it. You want to be able to perform.
Yeah, this matters. This is important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does.
For
it
real.
matters. Really, though, I'm seriously proud of you. I'm
Thank you.
proud.
Thank you.
It's so cool to see people, especially people that you care about, move into like their purpose and move into their passion because so many of us don't do that. We're not really raised that way.
Yeah, you just learn to work hard and what makes the money.
Exactly. And I mean, for real, we got Life a Little Bit Twisted. That's another show. It could be this show, but that's another show. But really, if you are not happy in what you're doing, like if what you do on a day-to-day basis makes you feel like you want to slit your wrists, like that's a problem.
Right.
That's really a problem. And you need to believe in yourself enough to know that whatever it is that you want to do, that you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. You're capable. and just put that energy behind it. I mean, I'm all about the energy.
Yeah,
right?
of course, of course.
I'm all
I
about
think
the
I think it's even taking the chance. Some people are scared. It was like, I don't want to find out if I'm good enough.
That's true,
You know?
right? But you have to, like, you can't be a sucker. Like, you got to man up and be like, all right, let me do it. Let me see. And guess what? If you're not good enough, let me go back with my notebook and my pen and my thoughts and figure this out and make it better.
Yeah, and maybe I can be. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
You can be, but we give up on ourselves so easily. We
Yeah.
really do. And
Man, I've been having this talk with my daughter, right? And she's super creative, so she's kind of good at a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But the first time she does something and she's not good at 1st, she's ready. I'm like, no, you.
when is her birthday?
She is March 20th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she wants to just abandon ship and be
Yeah.
like, no, I'm done.
Yeah, she just done but like, no, you can be good at it. Like I'm looking at you, like your mind,
That's
your
her
body.
Aries ego.
What is it?
What is she?
You know what? Don't ask me. Instead of make me a bad dad if I don't know her.
You
her
said
sign-
March 20th?
March 20th.
Oh, she's on the cusp
make sure.
between Pisces and
Yeah,
Aries.
320.
No, you did.
Just wanted to confirm.
Lord, you really just looked at the tattoo
gotta
to
make
make
sure.
sure that the child's okay. And you only
Yeah.
got the one.
Why do I need to return it? I got it written down.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, but you keep encouraging her. I know.
Yeah,
know
no, I
you-
do. I do. And like all of them. It was like, oh, you want to make lipstick? Cool. Okay. Oh, with T-shirts? Oh, well, let's go ahead. And,
Right.
or, forensic psychology. Okay, well, let's
Yeah.
go here. Just,
Yeah, whatever she's
But
doing.
I don't know. I figure like enough of that, she's going to find something that she really is passionate about
Yeah, she
and follow
will.
through with it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but sometimes it takes, and it's so awesome to see these young people, because these millennials are some. Are you a millennial? No, not quite. I don't think.
I think,
you
no,
make the cut.
I think I'm like the first generation
You ain't.
millennial. Yeah, no, I was reading it up. I think we're like the first
you
one.
on the cusp of Gen X. Just quit,
Well,
because
I
you
am
right
Gen X.
behind me.
I'm
So
right
don't
there.
even. I'm Gen X, right?
Yeah, you might be a
okay,
millennial,
look.
too.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You like right on.
I ain't on no cusp. I'm almost damn.
What, a
What are
boomer?
those? Yeah.
Damn
No,
boomer?
really, I'm not. I'm not that old.
Oh.
No, but like these young people, because all three of my children now are adults. Ooh, it's a quickening in my spirit when I said
Right,
that.
amen.
Yes.
Maybe it's different for dads because child support's over. That's
But no, it's the same for moms. Because I laugh and I joke and I play and I'm serious about them growing up and, getting out on their own.
Yeah.
But my son, my oldest son, he just moved to Georgia. I mean, like total faith walk. Faith walk. Yeah.
I'm going.
And I'm going. I need, stuff here is just, he's a musician. Oh, his stuff's about to come out. But anyway,
Okay.
we'll talk about that when it really does. So he moved to Georgia, and stuff is, it's not like he went with a whole bankroll of money.
Did he catch a midnight train?
He didn't catch a midnight train. He did not. He
Okay.
did not. He drove down, so he didn't catch the midnight train. Right. But you're silly. But no, it's been like days and weeks of encouragement. Like he'll call or text or send me a voice message for me, an audio message for me to listen to, where he's, Mom, I don't want you to worry. But like, Negro, how am I not gonna worry, dude?
Right.
Whenever a child starts off a sentence with, I don't want you to worry, but like, for real, that's automatically, I'm going straight there.
It's tough.
But I've had to like dig deep down into my parental resources and pull out, all the encouragement I can, because I know he can do it. Like
Yeah.
I birthed you, dude. Like I know
Yeah.
your capabilities. If you
It's-
don't,
it's
I do.
genetic,
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, you ain't about to fail. This
Yeah.
is, come on now. But really, he's this is the first time he's been out of state, living away from
How old is he?
everybody. He's 28. Now, my mother's in Georgia, which is awesome. So it's not like he's completely, he's not
Yeah.
alone. He's actually with her at this point. So he's got family support. It's still not mom, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but my mother's there for him, and his job didn't start for many weeks after he got there.
I think what you're doing is dope, despite your fears. I want to shout out my mama, right? Like she, I'm like, hey, Ma, this family business you built up
Right.
is great, but I'm gonna go and tell jokes for money.
She's like,
right.
that takes courage.
And she's been supportive. You know
That's
what I'm saying? Like,
awesome.
and I know her heart. I know she want to be like, nigga, are you stupid?
Right, exactly. But she's not going. Yeah, she's not going to trip like that.
Yeah,
she
but
want to.
But I'm saying like that's I don't know. Like all artists need that encouragement, whether it's mom, dad, brother, sister, whatever.
right.
But like. At least try your art and see
Thank
whatever.
you. Yeah, because you never know what you're capable of unless you try. And for real, if you believe in yourself enough, I mean, come on, dude, you can do it. Like you're gonna do it. You can do it. You just have to know that now saying you're gonna make it doesn't mean you might not go through some, pitfalls and some uncomfortable places. Surely you will, because life is made up of those contrasts of, contrasting things that we actually want. But you gonna come out on the other side. Yeah. So he started his job officially, and he sent me screenshots. I was like, dude, why does your desk look? Your cube looks better than mine. Like, I'm not sure. He got windows, natural sunlight is coming in. I'm like, okay, son. But really, like, just being able to encourage him, and so I'm a Taurus, so I'm real like just do. I mean, like, what's the problem? Do
just
it.
right
like,
to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Don't do that.
That's
but no.
Just right in.
I mean, yeah, because it's kind of like, okay, if this is what it is, this is what it is. Let's handle it. Because I don't really have room for.
What's his sign?
He's an Aquarius. Both of my sons are Aquarians. Yeah. Okay. I love them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're born 7 years and a day after each other.
Okay.
February 7th, February 8th. We couldn't have planned that if we had tried to.
So Aquarius also is like they can swim. I don't know what does that mean.
So Aquarius are technically the water bearers. So they're that weird looking animal thing that's holding the
jug.
Holding a jug in the water.
Okay.
And actually, my brother that that I hang out with a lot, he's an Aquarius as well. His birthday's in the same week as my boys.
He's a juggler too.
He's a juggler.
Everybody with the jugs. I got you.
But they're really interesting people. They really are. They're super. I don't know. They're real into themselves, but not in a bad way. So anyhow, Eric is cool. He's doing well, and I've been trying to encourage him without my judgment and without my, like encouragement.
I know the judgment is like.
But he's old enough to know me and to cut through the BS. Like, he knows. And then I've grown too. So, like, he knows where I'm coming from. And I even had to say to him, I was like, son, I mean, you know how I am. And you know that I don't believe in quitting. I understand that everybody is not like that. Mm-hmm. So if you choose to come back to Cleveland, then I have to respect that. But I ain't built like that. It's basically
right.
And you wasn't raised like that.
You better do it.
Right.
You better do everything you can.
No, he was like, this bitch. No, but really.
No, that's real though.
I'm proud of him for stepping out on faith like that. And, it's rough, but just stick to it. And I know in my heart of hearts that he's not going to have any regrets.
Yeah, and not to make it racial, you know what I'm saying? Like, but black people, we don't encourage our kids to step out on their dreams. It's secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do to make sure the check's there. Fuck your dreams.
Yeah, damn everything else. Yeah. Damn your talents, your gifts.
That later, right.
Yeah, and it's like, no, sir, because I have this one life to live, for real. And why should I be miserable in it? We buy into what society says we should be doing. Society wasn't really set up for us, though.
Not at all.
Not really. So even if you follow the formula, guess what? You're still not going to be at the same place that they are.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You may as well.
Why be mediocre when you could be great?
Thank you.
It's disrespectful to yourself.
It absolutely is. You are wasting who you are.
Yeah.
Like, why would you waste who you are?
Yeah.
For what?
Absolutely.
I mean, so I'm really proud of him. Son, I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, man. Keep it up, man.
Keep doing it, boy.
And I want tickets when you make it.
I know, right? Right. We're going to be in the front row.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, look, I ain't even going to know his name. That's Tacoma son. Right. That's what I'm going to call him. I'm going to see Tacoma son tonight.
So his stage name is, and it's funny because, so he's my oldest child. Obviously, he's a boy. And I just call him son. It's weird. Like, I always call him son. Everybody, I think I got that from my pastor, actually, because he says that a lot.
Is that how you talk to him? Son, let me talk to you.
I'm like, son. I very rarely call him by Eric. I normally say son. And even my other children joke about me calling him son. I called my middle son once, and he said, that's not my name.
Right.
But my middle son has developmental delays. He's super, super high functioning.
Like he's son.
He was like, that's not my name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Eric. That's not me. I'm like, all right, dude. Okay. So, but his stage name is Soon. So it's Sun. It's S-U-N with I don't know what those 2 dots over. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the little.
But it's 2 dots over the U. But yeah, so I was like, oh, that's kind of cool because it's like son.
Son.
It's
Soon.
Son, I'm sorry, I forget what it means something. I forget exactly what it means.
Yeah, I've been trying to learn the alphabet. It's like the sideways colon over the E. Yeah.
But you know my middle name, my Nicole, K Nicole with the accent over the I.
Man, and look, I don't know if it's fancy or ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
That is not. My mother's from Shaker Heights, sir. That is
She's
not
from
ghetto.
Shaker Heights.
She grew up in Shaker Heights.
Shaker Heights by Buckeye.
Back when. No.
Every city got a hood. Every city got a hood.
Look, she grew up when they really didn't want black folk in Shaker Heights. Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm tripping. She is, but anyway, it's not ghetto.
It's not okay. So yeah.
It's not ghetto.
Look, I've been trying to make Tyrone classy. I'm trying to change the stereotype. And
You gonna do that?
I don't know.
You possibly could.
Classy.
Let me know what I can do to help.
Classy. Nigga stuff.
Whatever I can do to help. I'm here for you,
Thank you.
Tyrone.
My PR.
Tyrone. I don't know. That's why Ty. Because to me.
Tyrone. Tyrone.
This is
Tyrone Lannister. House
I'm
Lannister.
Sorry, I can't. Tyrone. That's the funniest crap. Tyrone.
Tyrone, yes.
I'm gonna call you Tyrone
fancy.
from now on.
You gotta put your pinky up when you say
Tyrone. Wait, no.
Tyrone, shut the fuck up.
There you go, right there.
This is Tyrone.
Tyrone, right.
This is tea time with Tacombamaria and Tyrone.
Tyrone. I feel like my cup is too plastic for the fanciness of this segment.
We just spent like half the show on the intro.
That's all right. This is to the intro.
It is all right. It is okay because this ain't nobody else's show.
That's right.
They can't tell us what to do.
Hell no,
son.
God damn it.
Okay.
So look,
no, but really,
I had a question to ask you.
That sounded a little.
I have a question to ask you.
Okay, you have a. Oh shoot.
Since we're talking about,
do I need to duck off camera?
No. Just talking about pursuing our dreams and being our best selves or whatever,
yes,
right?
Yes.
If you had to choose only one of your arts, that you could do,
what would it be?
What would it be? Because let me see. You draw, paint.
Yeah.
You model.
Yeah.
You photograph.
Yeah.
You talk shit on the podcast.
I do.
That's still art. I count that as art.
It is. It is. Yeah.
If you could only pick one, what would it be?
That's difficult. That's difficult because each one of my artistic outlets is just that. It's an outlet. So it allows me to not just express my creativity, but for example, coming here, like work has been something real different and I'm on the cusp of something real different. But anyway, but coming here, I couldn't wait to get here today. Of course, I had to go home, walk the dog, do the regular, change up. But it's like therapy. I told somebody that I'm like, this is like therapy for me. I love my Tuesdays. It feels incredible.
Yeah.
It's like a huge release. Even if I'm talking about a specific thing, which we do, we veer off, but so I don't know. And I'm a peacock. So I love
I don't know what a peacock sounds like. That's right. You just hear the feathers spreading.
And actually, the peacock is the male. The peahen, she don't look like nothing. She's just plain.
She a cool old
He's
bird.
out there like.
That's right.
Yeah, but so I do love the modeling. I love it. Tyrone.
You only could choose one.
Tyrone.
Yes, dear.
I would say, for real, this has been the most fun for me.
Okay.
Like being able to talk openly and because it's challenged me. It's challenged me to not be super secretive and not be super. It's challenged me to be more open.
Yeah.
And and expose myself more. When I'm modeling, not that I ever do, because I make it. I'm super vain, so I make it a point of this is an unedited photo. Like, I never edit my stuff. I don't ever use filters. I don't ever edit anything. I hate when I take professional photographs and they edit them. Because I'm like, dude,
no editing. No, that's what I'm a fan of whenever you're exposing yourself.
You know what?
At all.
Anyway, yeah, like you, yeah. But this allows me to just really be, I mean, because first of all, we do it live, right? Even if we did it record, but we do it live. So if there's a faux pas, if I make a mistake, if I do whatever, like, it's out there.
Right.
You know, if I say a word wrong, one show we were counting and I totally miscalculated the numbers we were adding up. And I was like, you idiot. I don't know. I felt real stupid about it when I rewatched it, but it happens.
Yeah, in the moment, yeah. But it shows the human, though.
It does. It shows the humanness. But it allows me to just, like, this, I think, is probably the most authentic me because it's me talking.
Yeah.
You know, it's me sitting here having a conversation. Really, I'm talking shit about what I think about the topics I pick every week, right? So I'm like exposing my opinion. Who the hell really cares about my opinion? But I'm still going to put it out there because I don't care if you care about my opinion or not.
But I think, you know, if people take the time to, like, watch the whole thing, they'll understand. Like, this is why I enjoy doing stand-up, right? I love offending people and then making them agree with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's the whole thing. It's like
Dave Chappelle.
Right. Like, this is crazy, but let me
let's see it to the end.
Yeah, but let me explain what I mean.
Wait, let me explain.
Yeah. I think this is what doing this show does for you.
It does. It absolutely does. And there was so I'm super shy. Like, I'm a super, super shy individual. Obviously. You're funny. I'm really shy and I'm an introvert. I know it seems retarded. 'Cause, I mean, I don't seem like it. Right? Don't do that. You're nigga, you talking.
I'm zoned in. I'm zoned in.
And I think that's because part of my when you're talking about your signs and all that, so my moon sign is a Gemini, so part of my personality is like that duality, which now I kind of understand a bit more about myself, because I'm like, how are you completely polar opposites sometimes? You were shaking your head a bit too much.
I was agreeing.
No, but really,
I'm a Gemini, so I'm right there with you.
Right, and so I can really be, you know, I'm a Taurus. My sun sign is a Taurus, and I'm really a true Taurus. But I am equally like, I'm truly an introvert, but I'm also comfortable being like, hello.
Yeah.
Here I am on camera. It's me, Tacoma. You know what I'm like? So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how solid the labels are, because it's like, yeah, you are, but like, I'm a Gemini. I don't know what the hell my moon sign is, but I have
I can figure it out for you.
Some variations of myself that come out, you know what I'm saying, that aren't just.
You've got other influences.
Yeah, it's not just like left and right, like for the Gemini. It's like, I got like about 5 or 6 niggas that might pop up.
Inside of me.
Look, my alter Negroes.
I like it. That's like my incognito.
Yeah.
I like alter
you never know.
Negroes.
You don't know what nigga gonna show up.
Right, you don't know. It depends on the situation. Right. Yeah, y'all Gemini. My mother's a Gemini.
Oh,
y'all Geminis are interesting.
She's probably super cool. Shout out to
I love my
mama.
mother. Her name is Demetria. I love my mother. I do.
Okay.
My mother is definitely 2 distinctly different people.
Yeah.
Like, without question.
Sometimes you gotta be
a nice twin, and then she's the not nice twin.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. And you never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates.
It has to be right, like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, it's like Forrest Gump. You don't know.
So my alter Negro is Dick Dastardly. Yeah. And he comes out sometimes because, you know, the other twin, he's polite and nice and classy and tries to do the right thing. Tyrone,
that's
yes.
Tyrone.
Yeah, but when Dick Dastardly comes out, that's how you met. Oh yeah, that's how you know most of the time.
Yeah, that's what real me is.
Matter of fact, you know Dick being Tyrone, pretending to be Tyrone for most of the relationship.
Okay.
It's like, we're nice.
You ain't shit.
No. Yeah, but like the other side, he I don't know. It's just more pleasure based. You know, he's anger, lust, fun.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it gets out of hand, but
you got to rein him back in.
Yeah.
It's necessary.
Yeah, it's trying to find the balance between the two sides.
Right. And technically speaking, all of us, everybody has a sun sign, moon sign. You know, every planet you have different things, but we all have all the 12 signs of the zodiac. It's just which influence is the strongest based on when you were born and where the planets were when you were born. So it is science for everybody who thinks it's like, oh, it's some spooky shit. No, like, planets were in a certain space doing certain things during certain times like they always are.
Yeah.
And they have certain influences, you know, when they're present in certain places. So that's why you can see sort of commonalities. We know that Gemini people typically are two distinctly different personalities. Now, the way they express their personalities are not necessarily the same. I used to think all Geminis were mean and nice.
Right.
But
we are.
But then I had a boss who was a Gemini. She was super productive sometimes and then super chill. Like, she was never mean and never nice. She was always who she was. But sometimes she was to task, and sometimes she was like, okay.
Yeah.
We going to the movies. I'm like, during work, we going to the movies.
Yeah.
And it was so weird. So as I begun to, you know, like know people and sort of study things, and so I do understand that all Geminis are not mean and nice, but they definitely are always two different people.
Me and Tupac got the same birthday.
Do you?
Yeah, so I know it ain't.
That's what's wrong with him. He was like Black Panther. I'm a thug, nigga. Thug life, thug life.
Right, look,
Poor thing.
Toss it up.
Right.
Keep your head up.
Right.
Like, nigga, hold on, man. What?
Which one is it?
How do you want it? Brenda had a baby. Tupac, listen, man. Right.
Seriously though, that's a super interesting point. I don't know why I never realized that Tupac was a Gemini.
Yeah, but he was just all over the place.
But he was very clearly two different things that he tried to merge together. And I think if he had have been given the grace to live long enough, he probably would have been able to get to that point.
I'm a political revolutionary. Thug life.
Right.
Nigga.
Right.
Like, all right.
I'm a thug now.
I'm with it all, Pac. Let's go.
But really, I mean, I can sort of, I said all of that to say that I can sort of relate to the Geminiism and the, you know, being sort of dualities of, you know, I'm like polar opposites of the same thing. It's kind of weird, but whatever, it makes it interesting.
I gotta find out what my moon sign is because I don't
just
know.
give me. I'll calculate it all later tonight. You just got to give me your birth information. You got to know the time. I need to know the time you were born, where you were born, obviously the birth date, and that's all I need.
Well, I was born by the river in a little tent.
And just like the river, have you been running ever since? Now you know I know my music,
I know
right?
you do. I know you do.
I know my music.
I know if you was gonna get that one. You was
come on
good.
now,
You was good.
dude. Whatever. I mean, it took me half a second,
Yeah,
but
you was like,
I mean, I knew it.
Like,
It was,
this nigga think he's Sam Cooke. Like,
oh my gosh, we're having fun, just sort of talking. Because today we were actually going to talk about Mean Girls and. Yeah.
And usually we preaching that, folks. We just want to give them some information, insight to us.
Right, exactly, which I've been wanting to do. Just kind of, you know, talk about who we are and what, I mean, the people who know us, the people that watch us that know us know who we are, depending on your relationship to us, I guess.
So I'm about to get on my Brian Gumble.
Uh-oh, okay. Are you about to interview me?
Maybe a little bit.
Tyrone.
Oh,
Tyrone.
So what is the most disliked characteristic you have about yourself? What do you dislike the most? Pass. What do you like the most?
No, I was about to go to it. What do I like? My best characteristic. What do I like about myself the most? Wow, I think it was almost easier to tell you can I go back to what I don't like the most?
Go ahead.
My propensity to get an attitude and to get upset. Now, for those of you who know me, you will notice that I don't go to that place as quickly as I used to because I've been working on myself. Yeah, really though, I have. But yeah, my propensity to
for those of you that don't know propensity, it means habit.
Yeah. Why was I about to say my proclivity? Because
Yeah.
that's just as bad.
Same thing,
Like, he and I both love words.
Yeah,
so,
proclivity just sounds nastier. Like proclivity is like it's like a nasty habit.
Because the clear, I'm gonna leave it right there.
Maybe
That's
right.
why it sounds nasty to
Maybe
you.
it
I know it's
does.
why. That is why. Because why else would proclivity?
It's like I have a proclivity.
Yeah. I
have a proclivity to drink alcohol.
Not a proclivity. No, proclivity.
When I started, okay, I'm not even going to go
Anyway, but yeah, so my habit or trend to get an attitude when things are uncomfortable for me uncomfortable, because uncomfortable can mean a whole lot of different things, right? So when things are uncomfortable for me. I did learn a few years ago, I wish I didn't have to have that experience, but I learned that the attitudes that I get like that, like for example, when I was a teenager, before any major event, and my best friend she could just point this out. I wish this girl would call in one day, I swear. But she could point this out. Every time there was a big event or something major was about to happen, I would just get an attitude out of nowhere, like for no reason.
Yeah.
Never was able to put a name to it. We just always knew this is what Tacoma does. She just gets an attitude right before something. Now I'll do it, I'll go into it, but right before. So a few years ago, I was, it was revealed to me that is anxiety.
Yeah.
That is how you knew that?
It's a control response. You're trying to regain control. Like I am.
I'm going to throw something at you because, I mean, I did not know that. I didn't know what that was. I'm sitting there talking and I'm like, well, this is what I do. They're like, yeah, because you have anxiety. That's anxiety. That is how you express your anxiety. Because when I think about anxiety, I think about curling up in a knot, just in a ball.
Yeah.
I don't think about, getting an attitude.
But anxiety comes, it's just, it's lack of awareness. You know what I'm saying? Like you come out and you hear people talk, oh, they're talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, and eventually it's really anxiety is your imagination.
It is.
Yeah.
It is your response. I mean, it's your response that it's not a warranted response. It's like an overreactive. It's like having an overactive immune system.
Yeah. It's hypothetical fears that could happen, but
they're not happening. They're not
Yeah.
actually happening. But So my response is to just get mad, and I think.
But that's control, though. Like, I'm the biggest, baddest motherfucker here.
So if I get like this, right, and if I get mad, then I can rein it in, and then. So to learn that that's actually anxiety is like, okay, so now I know why, I would do that. I stopped kind of doing that a while ago. But anyway, that would be the thing that I don't like the most about myself, I think, is my proclivity to go to that place when I'm upset or things are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What do I like the most about myself? My open mind.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the fact that I'm not closed off, which is funny because I'm quite stubborn and I believe what I believe and I think what I think and I feel what I feel and blah, blah, blah.
Know what I know. I am who I am.
Yeah, I am what I am. The Sailor Man. Toot, toot. Yeah. I'm strong to the finish.
Right.
Really, but I am very much that way, but I also have an extremely open mind. Now, that open-mindedness does not mean that I'm a gullible sucker. That just means
it's a difference.
There is
a big difference.
There is a huge difference. It's a huge difference. And that open mind has allowed me to get to a point of finding a huge amount of peace within myself, because if I had stuck to what I was taught and how I was raised, which I'm not saying it's bad, it just wasn't working for me.
Yeah.
I needed something deeper.
Yeah.
Because I just.
A little more detailed.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I did. And I'm not saying, oh, she's so deep. No, but I just required something. I required more explanation.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to need to tell me something better. And because I'm centered in myself, I needed something that would explain to me how powerful I really am as a human being.
I respect it. The stuff that worked for my father didn't necessarily work for me. I needed to upgrade. I needed the next generation of it.
Right, you did right.
Yeah.
And I'm not bashing anybody, even if they are my contemporaries. I'm not saying that what I'm doing works for everybody, works for a lot of people, but it may not work for everybody. But it works for me, and so I appreciate those who know me and are around me respecting that. But so my open mind, that's what I like the most. Okay, Tyrone. Any more questions?
Yes, Tacoma.
Yes.
Let's see. What else do I want to know about Tacoma? What do the people want to know about Tacoma?
I don't know what the people want to know. I have no idea what the people.
Now the whole titty
know.
duster issue. No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
We can go. We can roll with the titty duster.
We've given them 4 episodes already. They've done.
They know who they are. They're
not tall enough for 4 episodes.
Hey, it is what it is. My father's super tall, so whatever. My stepfather is tall.
Who is your fictional hero, and then who is your real life hero?
Oh, you tripping.
I'm going in deep.
You are going
Balls
in
deep, baby.
You are going in
What's
deep.
that, birth canal? I don't care. I'm going in deeper.
Oh my
Let's go.
gosh, you are horrible. Fictional hero, fictional character, fictional hero.
Wherever you want to go, literature, movies, TV, whatever you want to do.
I don't think I have one.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't.
It's nobody that stands out like, you know, Shanae really be talking her shit, or I don't know. No. Look, you're making me think of, no. Okay. Real life hero. Or Rose.
Or who?
Heroes.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is Rose? What are you talking about?
Right.
Real life heroes. Those would come from family. Those would be family members that that I've seen just do it. For example, my grandfather is one. Yeah, he's
And who
one.
was he?
His name is Virgil Ogletree. Incredible man. Great man. He, I don't know if I should be disclosing right now exactly who he was, who he is. But so my grandfather was a bookmaker, as they like to call it.
Not at the library.
Right, not at the library. So yeah, my grandfather was, he ran numbers. He was the largest runner's number in the city of Cleveland. So much so that when everything he did always made front page news. Even when he died, it was on the front page. And the plain dealer referred to him as the gentleman bookmaker. They had called him that for years.
Yeah.
The gentleman bookmaker. So yeah, he ran numbers, which we know is not legal, right? It's not legal. He didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't so many of the vices that most of us have, he did not have, and he was a Gemini too. He really actually was a Gemini, but he didn't have those vices. We're not going to speak of what his vice was, but he was an incredibly great man. He just was, because he believed in his family and he supported his family, and he just loved us. You know,
and no shame to him being a numbers runner. That was a black entrepreneur at that time. Like I'm assuming it was like, but
the Ohio lottery did not start until after him and his numbers. Like if you go back and you research when the Ohio lottery began, he was running numbers long before the Ohio lottery.
He might have gave him the blueprint.
I mean, well, he did.
He
he did.
Absolutely,
He did. No question. He absolutely did. And there are some, folks he's attached to, like my mother and my Aunt Valerie, my mother's older sister. They like Don King. He's Uncle Donald to them.
Wow.
Because they grew up with him.
Yeah.
Go to his farm, and their horses were at his farm, and that's.
I know Don King. He's
They're like Don King. They're like Uncle Donald. Hang on.
Right.
Hey,
he know how to keep a dollar. That's all I know about Don King.
Because they were, thick as thieves at a point. So yeah, my grandfather, my Aunt Harriet is another one. My Nana, she's absolutely another one. So my grandfather has he's passed. He's passed away. Man, I wish I had known we were going to talk about him. I'd have worn his shirt.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, and I don't get misty, and I'm getting slightly misty inside. But yeah, so he was one, and Aunt Harriet is another one. She's still with us. She is 90 years old, which is crazy.
They don't make them like that no more.
They don't. Man, and most of her family, like her family she can remember, they don't live that long.
Yeah.
Her sister, my grandmother, died at 49. That was Virgil's wife. Died at 49 years old, colon cancer. Their mother died a year later. She was in her early 70s, colon cancer. Aunt Harriet and my grandmother's father had died a few years before that. He was in his late 60s. So the people that she knows about in her family don't live that long. But I got on Ancestry.com years ago, and I was like, well, on your father's side, they live quite a long time by these records. So, your Indian grandmother and all them, they lived a long time. But yeah, she is awesome. She is incredible. She and her husband at the time did not have children of their own. They tried, but they didn't have children of their own. And so my mother, my aunt, and then me, and then my children. She has taken care of us like she birthed us. It's just incredible woman. So yeah, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That was a good one.
Those are the first two that immediately come to mind.
Mm-hmm. If you had to pick a theme song, what would it be?
Why you messing with me?
Oh, I'm on my Walter Cronkite right now.
Me. No, excuse me.
Right.
But you. Okay, I feel like you playing with because you know what I.
I feel like she's gonna say, "I got hoes in different area codes." It's gonna be a theme song.
But okay, you know what I come in here getting pumped to like all the time. I gotta have a theme song. That wouldn't be my theme song.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, come back to that.
Who would play you in your biopic?
For real? I've never even thought about that.
Oh man.
Who would play me? I don't know.
It's
Some
definitely
hella bad good actress.
It ain't gonna be one of the brothers, but one of the Wayne's nephews is gonna be playing me for the Tyrone biopic. Probably Marlon's son.
I've never thought of such a thing. That's an interest. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Who do you see playing me?
Okay, so I'm thinking Sanaa.
Say something crazy.
I'm thinking Sanaa.
I had a teacher tell me years ago that I look like her.
I'm thinking Sanaa
like
Lathan,
that. I
man.
reminded. Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
well, I like her.
She got a different. You know, I like Sanaa because she got a different nose, but like she's light skinned with dark skin features. It's like
yeah, she got that. Yeah.
the best of both worlds. That's
right.
why I like her.
You're right.
Yeah.
She is. I enjoy her.
Yeah.
I enjoy her as an actress. I really do. Okay, I like that. We can go with her.
Definitely. Yeah.
We can go with her.
She could definitely play. Get the little hot fried dreads.
She absolute locks. She could.
You can't say dreads no more. I'm sorry.
You can't say dreads. Some people don't mind it. I don't prefer it just because the word dread is like. Ooh,
no. I just learned we're not supposed to say slave anymore. We're supposed to say enslaved people. Slave.
Why? Because it makes white people uncomfortable to say slave?
Well, no, because slave is an identity. Enslaved is a state of what's happening to you. It's like you're not a slave. You're an enslaved person.
Oh, okay.
I get it. I respect it, but it's hard to remember.
Intellectually, I understand that.
Yeah.
Our ancestors were slaves.
They were slaves, right?
They were enslaved.
That was their identity.
They were enslaved, slaves, and enslavement.
Right, 400 years. That's who you are. That's y'all.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're still trying to peel away that because they tried so hard to make that our identity to the degree that we still believe it, even though we don't know we do.
So I had an angry black moment. It's borderline racist, right? But I had the realization when niggas with face tattoos, it's like. You're gonna get shot. Like when I was in the funeral business, this was me like in the morgue. It was like, well, you can tell by the obvious face tattoos that he was shot. No need to investigate any further.
Are you serious?
Any black man under 40
with a face tattoo
probably was shot.
Oh, don't.
It might have been COVID. It might be COVID sometimes, but.
There's somebody I know that I really, really like who has a face tattoo.
You better hug him while you can.
Now, he happens to be a tattoo artist, but
nope.
I
hug him and tell him you love him because his days are numbered.
No, they are not. We ain't claiming that.
How
they
is
are
it?
Not. It's in his 30s.
Okay, yeah.
He's well in his. Actually, he might be encroaching his 40s at this point. I'm not quite sure.
Hug him if you love him.
No, he's a super incredible entrepreneur and first tattoo shop in Cleveland Heights.
Okay.
Had to fight hard for that. Yeah, he's a black man.
Respect.
Yeah, he's a black man. Got my first tattoos from him.
Yeah.
Me and my best friend. So yeah. Yes. London.
Yeah, I don't know.
Royal Link.
I be wanting our people to like. It's already so hard to be black.
It's extremely hard to be black.
So hard.
It's so hard.
Like I was talking to the OG, he was talking about going to jail and stuff. I'm like, you know how hard it is to be a black man and not get in no trouble? Like just to make it to 30 and
not have gotten in any kind of
trumped up charges, your license was suspended and then flipped into some other shit. Like
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I think it's quite different. I know it's quite different for females, because we are yet still a threat. We're black, but we're not because we are females. And by virtue of that, people like to think, the weaker sex. So we're not that physical sort of threat.
Not what I believe, but what they look at.
But we know that they have Sandra Bland. We know the things that they have done even to women. Just unconscionable. But by and large, we're not viewed as that same sort of threat. So we're not targeted in the same way. But so yeah, I can see that. I can see that even raised under the best of circumstances, with the the most privileges and the most whatever, that it's still hard to not get caught up.
Yeah.
Because the caught up is not always what you've done. Like you say, stuff could be trumped up. Stuff
and it'll happen to you, man. Look, this is what I was saying. This is why I loved Colin Kaepernick doing what he's doing, right? Did you see the shit with Sage Steele?
I did not.
Okay, she's an announcer for
I know who she is.
ESPN. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I know who she is.
And they was asking her about her being biracial, and she started talking about Obama and how his black daddy wasn't there. How does he identify as being black? Whatever, right? Yeah, just went left for no reason. Like Obama wasn't even in the question.
Okay.
But then you get somebody like Colin Kaepernick, who's mixed, raised by a white family. He could have took his ball and went home and lived his best white life. But he chose to fight for us, like just recognizing the black in him. And even though his lifestyle wasn't that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't
He
raised
was like,
that way.
nah, it's not right. My people or whatever. So
Yeah, and he has paid a price. He has paid a hefty price.
And he's got little concessions along the way, but he's paid a price.
And those are just concessions, like you say.
Yeah. He could have been living way more comfortable with no struggle.
Absolutely. He could have been lauded as, an amazing athlete. The amazing athlete that he still is.
Look, Tom Brady status. He could have been over there like that.
Absolutely. He could have been like, John thinks I'm about to,
Right.
But no, he said there's a greater thing that I need to stand up for, and he's doing it. And yes, he's paying a price, but obviously it was definitely necessary.
Yeah.
And
meanwhile, you got Sage Steele. She our color. Talking about she don't identify as black.
Right. Did
Bitch,
she say
please.
that? She said that?
She's saying that.
I'm sorry. Sage said that.
She alluded to it because she said.
Because you could look at her and not even think she's biracial.
At all.
Like you could not even think that.
She could be our cousin.
Now we usually know, right?
She could be our cousin, easy. But she was saying like how Obama's black daddy wasn't there, and she was like, "Well,
1, 2,
I don't
3,
know how
4,
he identify as being black." But
that's
and saying she gonna identify the other way, like you can't.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to put a mirror up, and I'm gonna need you to look at it.
You can't get out of this.
You can't, right?
This
You
black
cannot
struggle,
escape
we
it.
all here,
right? We locked in, baby. We arm in arm in this boy.
I'm not black. I'm Sage. Shut up.
No,
Get back
you black. Come on,
Come on down here with
girl.
us.
Because guaranteed, everybody at that network, at that station, beautiful as you may be, they see what you are.
And,
they see who you are.
And the supremacists, whatever, they want black people to come and say, we'll see, one of their own said it. So
of course,
we're all right.
Yeah, right. They don't even want to be identified as.
Yeah,
that's just so stupid. I'm sorry, that's just stupid.
It's facts, though, man.
That's just dumb.
Stupid.
That's just dumb. You don't even look like you got a white parent.
You don't have a white chance. Just stop it.
You look as mixed as I do.
Yeah, right. Come on, man. Right. Oh.
Okay. All right. Tyrone.
Tyrone, yes.
Tyrone.
I'm Tyrone from now on.
Yes, he's Tyrone. He's interviewing Tacombamaria.
Yes.
Tyrone. What was that?
That was Moan Matrix on the boards.
Moan Matrix. Shout out to Moan Matrix.
Shout out to Moan Matrix, yes.
And we are on WeUpRadio.com.
Yes.
Right?
Up Radio.
We Up Radio.
Shout out Goldie Montana.
Goldie Montana. Thank you, Goldie.
OG DJA.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the whole
yes.
crew.
Right, the whole crew. Even the alumni.
Yes. Yes. Everybody, man.
Yep. All right, you got any more questions for me? You about to throw me under the bus?
I'm not going to throw you under the bus. I want you to show the folks who you are.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Ask some more questions. What have you wondered, Tyrone?
All right. So, Tacombamaria.
Yes, sir.
Who is,
Okay.
who is your greatest inspiration?
Dude, you keep... Okay.
Because you haven't answered it. I'm trying to find a nicer way to ask it.
You didn't ask me my greatest inspiration. You asked me who, something. I gave you my aunt and my grandfather.
Did I ask you that already?
Yeah, I gave you those two. You asked me in a different way, but that's the same thing.
Okay.
You asked me heroes. That's the word you put.
Okay, I know. I got one that you didn't
as.
answer. What's your theme song?
Oh, you did ask me about.
That was the one I didn't get the answer to.
Oh man, dude.
She works hard for the money.
No, that's not my theme
She
song. That's not my theme song. My theme song would be.
That
She's
girl
a
is.
bad mamma
Oh,
jamma.
that's
No.
a good one.
I had to model to that one day. It was so funny.
Get down, get down, get down. Oh, that's a good
my
one.
gosh, it was great. But she's like, "This is perfect for you." It was a Caucasian lady who owns this store. She's awesome, but she was like, "That's the song." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
What's your happiest moment?
Besides the birth of my children.
Oh, boo. Boo. Don't nobody like their kids that much.
Don't say that. Stop it. Stop it. My happiest moment. Gosh, this makes me sound so shallow because I'm like, damn, I don't be.
Whatever makes you happy. You know, what's your style?
My happiest moment. Okay, so I'm going to say this about myself is that while there are particular, like one thing for certain things that I like, it's not, for me, it's not usually just a one shot thing. It's not, there are often times, and I sit and think to myself, like, because you hear a lot of people get interviewed and they're able to, you know, sort of drone on about these things that are, I'm like, but for me, it's a collective, it's a combination of things that make up whatever, you know, things that people that make up, you know, the hero. There are situations, different situations that make up, just say my proudest moment, for example, because it's not, there are so many different, like there's one is not greater than the other. God bless you. I think for me, which is why I sort of tend to put things in a, God bless you again, gesundheit,
Excuse me.
in a collective, because I maybe I don't like to outrank one by another one. But proudest moment, I mean, like the Bee Gees. You know what was a really awesome thing for me? So I have Crohn's disease. We've talked about this. I say that so much that when I just said it, it sounded like 1,000 other recordings I've done that say I have Crohn's disease. It just reverberated in my own head.
By the way, I don't know if you knew, but
I have Crohn's disease.
Yes, I do.
But so I won an award, a $10,000 scholarship, in fact.
Okay.
I had to write an essay about living beyond the boundaries of Crohn's disease. And so I wrote an essay, and I won a $10,000 scholarship several years ago. And then I was chosen to be one of several patient advocates to go around the country, speak about my experience with Crohn's, paired up with a physician, you know, talking to caregivers and patients and families. So that was a super proud moment for me because I was able to take an adverse situation that had been so difficult for me for so long and turn it around, make some money off that boy. No, but really,
but it's something that you accomplished. Though. Like it was a hard thing that you got through.
Yeah,
and you could tell other people about it. That's dope.
It was, and you know, so I had to write an essay. So, like, I always look at my best friend. She is a writer. Like, you know, she's extremely degreed, PhD, and everything else. And I'm so proud of her, really. But so she's technically a writer. But, like, I have this writer inside of me, and I always push it down because I say to myself, but you're not the writer. You're not the writer. We had roles in high school. You know, there were only 3 black girls, technically. It was me, my best friend. We were both there from the inception. We began in kindergarten together. And then my former sister-in-law was the 3rd one. So anyway, and they categorized us. We had very distinctive roles. And I think I don't know that they carried that with them, but I think for me, I think I kind of did a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, but that's not me. That's not my identity. I'm not the writer.
Right,
She's the writer.
Because you had roles. When did you have roles? When did you guys have these roles?
In high school.
When?
But those are some formative years, though.
Definitely.
Those are things that stick with you.
You allowed to write stuff if you want to.
I am
you can
allowed
write
to, and
stuff down.
I'm good at it actually. So you know, whatever.
That's not her thing no more.
But it can be both our thing. It is her thing. But like she's been published,
Yeah,
and
that's
you know
what I
she
meant,
makes
not just
money
hers.
off of that, and I'm like, well, you know, that's my own insecurity and my own whatever telling me that I can't live up to that. But yeah, so that was a really proud moment for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've talked about me a whole lot in this show, and this is not what we were gonna
this
talk
is your
about.
show. This is like let's find out who Tacoma is.
Who is Tacomba? I hate when people say my name.
Tacomba.
Yeah. The B is silent, like comb. You comb your hair with. You don't say comb your hair.
Yeah.
You say comb your hair.
You combing your hair.
You comb
combing
your hair. So Tacombamaria, the B is silent. It flows.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mommy. Thank you. But anyway, yeah. So Tyrone has asked me a plethora of questions regarding myself. I hope you enjoyed the answers. Some I didn't have answers to, but whatever. Don't judge me. I wasn't expecting any of this. But yeah, so again, to the audience, I thank everybody who tunes in. Thank you guys for being supportive. Thank you guys for watching us. Thank you guys for supporting us and your encouragement. We really appreciate that. I know I absolutely do. And I have learned that when you, excuse me, I'm sorry, that when you change how you view things, you honestly do change how you do things. You really, really do. And it makes all the difference in the world. And this has been Tea Time with Tacombamaria and my new co-host, Tyrone.
Tyrone. Yes.
Tyrone.
That's my new name,
Tyrone.
Yes.
It is Tyrone. But I thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I hope you tune in every Tuesday at 6:30-ish because we appreciate your support. Thank you. Thank you.
And we out, y'all.
Thank
Peace.
you.
Thank y'all.
I can't stand when people sing.